speak it to you, I think the king is but a man, as I am. His ceremonies laid by in his nakedness, he appears but a man. Therefore, when he sees reason of fears, as we do, his fears, out of doubt, be of the same relish as ours are. Yet in reason no man should possess him with any appearance of fear, lest he, by showing it, should dishearten his army.
He may show what outward courage he will, but I believe as cold a night as 'tis, he would wish himself in Thames up to the neck. And so I would he were, and I by him, at all adventures, so we were quit here.
I think he would not wish himself anywhere but where he is.
Then I would he were here alone. So should he be sure to be ransomed, and many of more men's lives saved.
I dare say you love him not so ill to wish him here alone. Howsoever, you speak this to feel other men's minds. Methinks I could not die anywhere so contented as in the king's company. His cause being just, and his quarrel honorable.
That's more than we know.
Aye, or more than we should seek after. We know enough if we know we are the king's subjects. If his cause be wrong, our obedience to the king wipes the time it our loves.
But if the cause be not good, the king himself hath a heavy reckoning to make. And all those legs and arms and heads all chopped off in battle shall all join together at the latter day and cry all, "We died at such a place!" Some swearing, some crying for a surgeon, some upon their wives left poor behind them, some upon the debts they owe, some upon their children who all they left. Now I'm afeard there are few die well that die in battle, for how can they charitably dispose of anything when blood is their argument? If these men do not die well, it will be a black matter for the king that led them to it.
So, if a son, that is, by his father sent about merchandise, do sinfully miscarry upon the sea, the imputation of his wickedness by your rule should be imposed upon his father that sent him? Or if a servant, under his master's command, transporting a sum of money, be assailed by robbers and die in many irreconciled iniquities, you may call the business of the master the author of the servant's damnation? But this is not so. The king is not bound to answer the particular endings of his soldiers, the father of his son, nor the master of his servant, for they purpose not their death when they purpose their services. Besides, there is no king, be his cause never so spotless, if it comes to the arbitrament of swords, can try it out with all unspotted soldiers. Now, if these men have defeated the law and outrun native punishment, though they can outstrip men, they have no wings to fly from God. War is his beetle. War is his punishment. Every subject's duty is the king's, but every subject's soul is his own.
'Tis certain, every man dies ill, the ill upon his own head. The king is not to answer it.
I do not desire he should answer for me, and yet I determined to fight lustily for him.
I myself heard the king say he would not be ransomed.
He said so to make us fight cheerfully. But when our throats are cut, he may be ransomed, and we are the wiser.
If I live to see it, I will never trust his word after.
You pay him then. That's a perilous shot out of an elder gun that a poor in private displeasure can do against a monarch. You may as well go about to turn the sun to ice with fanning in his face with a peacock feather. You'll never trust his word after. Come! 'Tis a foolish saying.
Your reproof is something too round. I should be angry with you if the time were convenient.
Let it be a quarrel between us if you live.
I embrace it.
How shall I know thee again?
Give me any gauge of thine and I will wear it. Then if ever thou darest acknowledge it, I will make it my quarrel.
There's my glove. Give me another of thine.
There.
This will I also wear. And if ever thou come to me and say, after tomorrow, this is my glove, by this hand I will strike thee a box for the ear.
If ever I live to see it, I will challenge
The
it.
fairest as well be hanged.
Well, I will do it, though I take thee in the king's company.
Keep thy word. Fare thee well.
Be friends. English fools, be friends. We have French quarrels enough. If you could tell how to reckon.
On the king. Let us our lives, our souls, our debts, our careful wives, our children, and our sins lay on the king. We must bear all. Hard condition. Twin-born with greatness, subject to the breath of every fool whose sense no more can feel but his own ringing. What infinite heart's ease must kings neglect that private men enjoy? And what have kings that privates have not too, save ceremony, save general ceremony? And what art thou, thou idle ceremony? What kind of god art thou that suffers more of mortal griefs than do thy worshippers? Art thou aught else but place, degree, and form, creating awe and fear in other men, wherein thou art less happy being feared than they in fearing? What drink'st thou oft? Instead of homage sweet, but poison flattery. Oh. Be sick, great greatness, and bid thy ceremony give thee cure. Think'st thou the fiery fever will go out with titles blown from adulation? Will it give place to flexure and low bending? Canst thou, when thou commandst the beggar's knee, command the health of it? No. Thou proud dream that playest so subtly with a king's repose. I am a king that find thee. And I know 'tis not the balm, the scepter, and the ball, the sword, the mace, the crown imperial, the intertissued robe of gold and pearl, the farced title running for the king, the throne he sits on, or the tide of pomp that beats upon the high shore of this world. No, not all these thrice gorgeous ceremony, not all these laid in bed majestical can sleep so soundly as the wretched slave, who with a body filled and vacant mind gets him to rest, crammed with distressful breath. And but for ceremony, such a wretch, winding up days with toil and nights with sleep, had the forehand advantage of a king. The slave, a member of the country's peace, enjoys it, but in gross brain little wots what watch the king keeps to maintain the peace, whose ours the peasant best advantages.
My lord, your nobles, jealous of your absence, seek through your camp to find you.
Collect them all together at my tent. I'll be before thee.
I shall do it, my lord.
O God of battles, steel my soldiers' hearts. Possess them not with fear. Take from them now the sense of reckoning, ere the opposed numbers pluck their hearts from them. Not today, O Lord. Oh, not today.
My liege.
My brother Gloucester's voice. Aye, go thy errand. I will go with thee. The day, my friend, and all things stay for me.
The sun doth gild our armor. Up, my lords.
Oh, Montea Cheval! My horse, Bartlett lack ye ha!
Oh, brave spirits.
Via the suet!
Yeah.
See you, Mr. Orleans! Now, my lord constable, eh?
Hark how our steeds for present service neigh!
Oh, mount them and make incision in their hides, so that their hot blood may spin in English eyes, and doubt them with superfluous courage, eh?
What? Will you have them weep our horses' blood? How then shall we behold their natural tears?
The English are in battle, you French peers. To horse, you gallant princes, straight to horse! A very little let us do, then all is done. Then let the trumpet sound, the tucket sonnets, and the note to mount. For our approach shall so much dare the field, that England shall couch down in fear and yield!
Oh, shall we go and offer them fresh suits and dinners, and give their fasting horses provender, and then after fight with them, eh?
Come away! The sun is high, we outwear the day!
Where's the king?
The king himself is rode to view their battle.
Fighting men they have full 70,000.
There's 5 to 1. Besides, they're all fresh.
God's arm strike with us. 'Tis a fearful odds. God be with you, princes, all out of my charge. If we no more meet, then joyfully, my warriors all, adieu.
Farewell, and good luck go with thee.
Farewell. Fight valiantly today, and I do thee wrong to mind thee of it, for thou art framed of the firm truth of valor.
He is as full of valor as of kindness.
Oh, that we had not here but 1/10,000 of those men in England who do not work today.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country laws. And if to live, fewer men, the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I am not covetous for gold, but if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. No, faith, my cousin, wish not a man from England. Rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse. We would not die in that man's company that fears his fellowship to die with us. This day is called the Feast of Crispian. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named and rouse him at the name of Crispian. He that shall see this day and live old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors and say, tomorrow is Saint Crispian. Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot. But he'll remember with advantages what feats he did that day. Then shall our names, familiar in his mouth as household words, be in their flowing cups. Freshly remembered.
Thank you.
Nice!
This story will the good man teach his son. And Crispin Crispian shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. Be he ne'er so vile, this day will gentle his condition. Oh, and gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whiles any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day! Ah!
Bestow yourself with speed. The French are brilliant in their battle set, and will with all expedients charge on us.
All things are ready if our minds be so.
Perish the man whose mind is backward now.
Thou dost not wish more help from England, cuz?
God's will, my liege. Would you and I alone, without more help, could fight this royal battle?
Oh, why now thou hast unwished 5,000 men, which likes me better than to wish us one. You know your places. God be with you all.
And so our scene must to the battle fly, where, oh, for pity, we shall much disgrace with 4 or 5 most vile and ragged foils, right ill disposed in brawl ridiculous the name of Agincourt. Yet sit and see, minding true things by what their mockeries be.